Okay, this is going to be a tutorial on how to view pre-plans via any web-enabled device. So once the pre-plans are created and we're responding, we want a quick and easy way to look up pre-plans. We don't want it limited by a device on a certain network or any certain type of device. So I'm going to show you how to initially get to the viewing the pre-plans web page, and then how to make a bookmark onto your device so that you don't have to open up the web browser when you do it, so that you can do it more quickly. So the link is will be in the order that's issued with the notice with this training. So you can copy and paste that link. So when you copy it and you paste it into, say we paste it into our Google Chrome browser, and this is an Android device, it'll work pretty much the same in an iOS device. So once you go to that web page, if you're not logged in, it might make you log in. But so this is the web app right here for viewing pre-plans. If you click on the menu on the top right, go down to add to home screen right there, and we'll name it. I already have one there named that, so I'll name that one too, and click add, and then add again. And now we should see it appear here on our screen. So then from now on, we can just use that link to view pre-plans quickly. So, and I'm going to delete it because I already have one. All right. So if you're responding to an incident, you have your device, you have your bookmark set up there, and you click on it. It's going to open you up right away to the pre-plan section. Say I want to look at a pre-plan that's around 1550 Superior. I have one over there. Start typing in the address. Once it comes up, you'll just select it, and it's going to zoom in on that building. So let me get rid of my keyboard here. So we're going to zoom in more, close that. So this is our building we're responding to. Remember, if I'm out here too far, I'm not going to see the icon, so you got to make sure you're zoomed in on that building. Now, say I want to get information about the standpipe connection in the stairwell. So if you could see the little stairwell there icon, and there's a little standpipe connection, meaning an outlet, not a fire department connection that we pump into, but a stairwell connection that we hook up to. So say I want to get information on that, and I click over there. There's several layers there, and we went over the layers and how that works. So I want to make sure I get to the right layer. This window comes up, I can't see it very good, so I'm going to maximize it. Right, so now I can see, so this is a stairwell. I don't want the stairwell. So if you look at the top of this little pop-up that came up, it says 1 of 3, and there's a little arrow there. So if I click on that arrow, it's going to move over to the next item, the next layer that I clicked on. This next layer that it is showing happens to be the actual polygon, our main suppression pre-plan information. So you can see there we have our square footage, we have our required. Remember, we put in our square footage, and then our number of stories and our exposures, and it uses that information to calculate the required fire flow. So for 1 story, 25% involved, the fire flow is 796 gallons per minute. Required fire flow for 1 story, 50% involved, 1,592. So you can see all of our information there. Now I wanted to get to the standpipe though, so let me go over one more. I'm going to hit that right arrow, one more. Now I have our firewall, and we didn't get our fire department access floor, stairs. No. So let's try that again. Let me click over there. Pre-plan. There we go. So there's our standpipe. So if you keep the window smaller like this, and I'm hitting the little arrow buttons there, you can see it highlights what is selected. So here we start out with a stairwell. We go over, we see the whole pre-plan, the suppression layer, and we go over again, and now you can see that my standpipe is highlighted. So I can maximize that. Now I can look at the information for that standpipe outlet. There's no information in there, but there would be if this was an actual pre-plan. So that's how you view this stuff. If we click on, say we want to look at the hazardous materials, we can maximize that. Look at our hazardous materials information here. If it's an EHS facility, you'll have all this other EHS facility stuff there. It's very simple, very intuitive to look stuff up quickly. And so we have the icons to be what we believe visually the most important things you want to see without even touching anything. You're going to see stairwells, standpipe connections, FDCs for sprinklers, hazardous materials, point of access. And then as you want your more information, you just click on the building there in a blank area and within the polygon. It's going to come right up to all that suppression pre-plan information that's ordered in what we believe is probably most important, critical when responding first. So that's pretty simple. I'll go over the little tools here. If you click on the home button here on the left, it takes you out to your main view. That's basically like a bookmark. Then you can scroll, you can zoom in or out with the plus and minus buttons there. So we'll zoom in a bit here so we can see something. There we go. And then we have our tools going across the top. The very far left tool is our legend, and our legend will show what all the different icons are. Everything that is an active layer, it will show us that. Again, if we zoom out to where the icons disappear, the icons will not show up in the legend here. Now, so to move in through the different tools, I can click on each one of them up here at the top. Or down here in the center right of your screen, you'll see the X and the up arrow and down arrow. If I click that down arrow, it's going to go to the next item in the toolbar up there. So the next item is our layers. So we can see all of our layers are active. They all have a check mark by them, and all of them are visible except the battalion boundary layer because we're zoomed in. So we can control that there. The next item is base maps. We don't change base maps. Those are locked out because we need it to be a set standard base map. So our next one is an overview map. So here you can drag this little shaded area around and it's going to move the map to that area. So it's just, I guess, I don't know, that maybe that's useful in some situations. I don't find it very useful yet to this point, but there it is. So then the next item is the measure tool. So measure tool, again, we can do, we have our type of measurement and then our units of measure. So if I click on the far left one there, that's the little polygon item right above measurement results, the text at the bottom there. Right above that, there's icons. The very far left icon would be area. So if I click on that, it's at square miles. I probably want to change that to square feet. And then I can measure the square feet of a building if I want. So I can tap on the 4 areas there, and it tells me 1,024 square feet. I can measure a line distance. So you press on the line button, and it's on miles. We'll put it on feet. So I want to know how many feet it is from this road to this building. 55.9 feet. Then the last one is coordinates. We don't use coordinates, so we don't need to go over that. This is just some basic information about this map. So you can share the current view. So if I have the view set up just right and I want to share that with somebody, the link to that comes up in the bottom. And if you hit that little clipboard with the arrow on it, the bottom right, it will copy that to your clipboard. And then you could text that link to somebody and then they can put that into their browser or just, it's a link. They just click it and it'll open their browser up and take them to your view of that pre-plan, which could be helpful. If we go to the next item, it's a bookmark. So just like before, we had our bookmarks. Cleveland gives us the whole city of Cleveland. And the final one is print. Maybe you'd want to print in some instance. I don't know where that would come in useful, but it is there if it ever would be useful for somebody. So that's it. Very simple, very quick. If there's any questions on that or any issues, please feel free again, as always, to give me a call here at ISU, 664-6362. Thank you.